10 weeks in the books, and there have been some very impressive defenses so far this season. Using the machine learning capabilities at AWS, we wanted to look at not just the best defenses, but who the best defensive play callers are. And the way that we do that, you can go read our article that's up on PFF.com, but I'll give you the skinny here. The way that we do that is we look at which teams are outperforming their expectation, which teams are better as a sum than they are as individual parts, and those are the best play callers, ones that get the most out of the group of players that they have. So we're going to start at number 3 with your man, Todd Bowles.
Yeah, I mean, good job by Bowles coming back from his time as the head coach of the New York Jets, reunited with Bruce Arians. And this is exactly a situation where there's not a ton of talent on that defense, right? They have no secondary players with a PFF grade above 65. They just cut Vernon Hargreaves, a former first-round pick, because of basically ineffective play today. So he doesn't have a whole lot to work with. But he's getting something out of that defense. They've improved 7 spots in pass defense. They're the 3rd best team against the run. And free agent acquisition Shaq Barrett is turning a very minimal deal into the league lead in sacks.
He's been fantastic. We go from south to north. Buffalo, New York, where Leslie Frazier has done excellent work there with the Bills defense. You talked about how the Bucs didn't have a ton of players that have graded very well. The Bills don't either. Their highest graded defender ranks 62nd. That's Micah Hyde. They do have, a few in that 60 to 100 range. But all the other big defenses, the Patriots, the Niners, they've got guys that litter the top of the list. So it's very impressive for the Bills to be in this spot. And the second most impressive thing is that they're in the top 5 in terms of successful play percentage allowed versus the pass and overall expected points added allowed versus the pass. But they've done so without a ton of turnovers. Yep. They have just 9 turnovers versus the pass. Usually turnovers are the big catalyst for those big swings in expected points, and that's why the Patriots and the Niners are up there. So kudos to Leslie Frazier and the Bills. They have been really tremendous. They've been the reason that team has been winning games or staying close in games as they have against the Browns and the Patriots. But number 1, it's the man himself, Mr. Bill Belichick. That defense has been otherworldly. Of course, unless they're facing another otherworldly talent in Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, and it's unclear always who's calling the shots with that defense on a play-for-play basis, but I think broadly speaking, it's pretty fair to say Belichick has his fingerprints all over that defense. And interestingly, they got rid of their best pass rusher last season in Trey Flowers. He went to Detroit to play for Matt Patricia, but they've gone from the 19th best highest-graded pass rushing group to the 5th this year, despite having players that the John Simons of the world are not exactly lighting the world on fire. They, much like Buffalo, are building that team defensively from coverage, right? Stephon Gilmore, one of the best coverage corners in the game. Devin McCourty, a deep guy. That's one of the league's best. And then, every other secondary player plays a role that's pretty well defined. And, stop the pass first, rush the passer with discipline, and worry about everything else later.
Kyle Van Noy used to be a linebacker. He has 21 more pressures than anyone else on that defense. Yeah. That's called scheming up pressure. Now, you talked about the coverage, and this amazes me every time I look at it. So opposing quarterbacks, they haven't been good versus the Patriots. Yep. They've been really bad. But even when they have a clean pocket, they have below a 60 passer rating. The average quarterback under pressure has over a 60 passer rating. So the Patriots' coverage is so good that even when quarterbacks have a clean pocket, they are confused beyond belief and they turn into a below average passer when under pressure. It's been absolutely amazing. This defense is incredible. However, it's interesting to note whether they make it to the Super Bowl or not probably depends on their offense, as it does for a lot of teams. You can read all about the defensive play callers on PFF.com and then all the other great insights that we've got thanks to the machine learning capabilities given by AWS.
You want to get rid of me and get back to more great PFF YouTube content? All you have to do is push that button right there and subscribe. Thanks for watching.